Booyah, baby. Yes, I am here with the champ. We are
The
back.
champ is here.
We are back from Ireland,
Mm.
mentally and spiritually, of course, that is. Uh from the victory. Oh, yes. Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover six teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and our beloved Steelers,
Somewhere over
which
there.
made their way back home after
There you go.
going to Dublin, homie. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into all that stuff, man. Eric, what do we got for week 5?
Well, we got to bring out the records. Still deadlocked. I don't know what is going on
Mm.
here. All right. After 4 weeks, we still have a tie. What are we? The Cowboys and Packers? Like, come on, man. Let's get something here. All right. We both have a 14-8-1 record. Yes, we have a tie
Mhm.
because the Packers and the Cowboys had a great game, by the way, Sunday night, but it ended in a tie. Okay, so that's some controversy there. And we'll just start off with Green Bay because they have a bye week. They're 2-1-1 heading into their bye, coming off of one loss and then a tie. So how do you see the Packers right now? Very early bye week for them.
Um, I see them being competitive, man. I do. They're kind of like a week to week kind of team to me. One week I could lose complete faith in them. The other week I'm like, okay, no, they're back on. They had probably game of the week. I think it's a little deflating when you don't get a victory.
Yeah,
It definitely takes the air out of the tires. It's kind of like, now it makes things all kind. Just makes things messy. Where
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
yeah, it's a tie. It's like, okay, like I don't like it myself personally, but I think there should be a way to figure out a winner. Um, no, like they played a good game, solid game, and I still don't favor them in their division, but I do think they have the goods to make it into the playoffs and make a good run. I mean, as we know in the NFL, all you need is an invitation to the dance. That is it. So I still give them a good shot.
As weird as this sounds, that it's early, a week 5 bye, I think it's kind of necessary, man. The way that they've played the last 2 weeks. I mean, they lost to the Cleveland Browns,
Mhm.
okay, 2 weeks ago. And then the Cowboys, we still don't know where they sit. Technically, they have below 500 record. So I haven't been necessarily loving what I've been seeing from the Packers so far. Yeah, I mean, maybe they could use this bye week. Who knows? The 2-1-1, not a terrible spot.
Yeah, no, I mean, not a terrible spot, and not really a good spot either. It's
Nah.
it's it's, it's super duper mediocre, right? Super duper, just right in the middle.
All right. Now we got some football here. We got the Vegas Raiders hosting the Colts. The Raiders are 1-3 coming off a loss against Chicago. The Colts are 3-1 coming off a loss against the Rams. Oh man, what is going on with Geno Smith and those Raiders, man?
They are the reason why you and I are stuck in a tie here. They are the
Yeah,
reason. Okay, it was a close game. They had their shot. All right, Pete Carroll and them boys, they had their chance. It's not like they got blown out or anything. No, they were in the game. I thought they were gonna win. Man, I thought they were gonna win. I was watching that game. I was looking at that game. I said, I got it. I got it. I got him right here. All I need to do is take the lead and then pow, man, floor it and off away I go. But no, the Raiders didn't want to do that for me. It was a
mm,
personal attack against me. So, you know what? Now I'm going against the Raiders, dang it. I am going against the Raiders now because that was personal. You deliberately did that to me. Okay.
mm.
picked you, Raiders. I picked you. And they had the Bears, man. They had the Bears. And they just said, you know what? You know that Cholo Trucker pick six dude? I don't know, man. If we win, he's gonna take the lead. So, why don't we just kind of take the foot off the accelerator? They personally did that to me. So I'm going against the Raiders on this one.
God, I didn't know we were getting on a personal level here.
I didn't know either. I wanted just to keep it football. I did not want to get personal. I wanted to keep it all football. But then they made it personal.
All right.
I'm the victim. I'm the victim here.
All right. This game's actually in Indianapolis. I don't know why I said it was Vegas. It's in Indianapolis, so that adds more fire to the fuel, in my opinion. I know you're just all up in your feelings, but I'm gonna just say the Colts because I just think they're the better team. Raiders, I don't like what I'm seeing from them at all. Ashton Jeanty's actually starting to heat up, though. Their running back's starting to heat up. That's probably the best I can say about the Raiders. There was no reason why they should have lost that game on Sunday, even though I picked the Bears. They lost with the blocked field goal, which I don't know why we're getting so many blocked punts, field goals. It's a little weird, okay? But I don't know what to say else about the Raiders other than the fact that they're going to lose to the Colts probably by a blowout on Sunday.
I will say this. They did look pretty decent. They did look pretty good. But again, the Bears, I'm not even really sure where the Bears really stand. So I can't really give the Raiders too much credit for looking good. Coming up to a loss to a team where I'm just kind of like, man, yeah, they're kind of buried. The Bears are kind of buried in that NFC North anyway.
All right. So we both got Indiana Jones and the Colts there. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys walking into New Jersey to play the Jets. Cowboys 1-2, or I'm sorry, 1-2-1, coming off a tie against Green Bay. Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird record to say, all right? And the Jets are 0-4 coming off a loss against Miami. I just the Jets, man. I don't know what's going on in Jersey, man. It's just like the same thing for the Jets. They just can't catch a break over there in Jersey, man.
Well, luckily for MetLife Stadium, they got the Dart, Jackson Dart, man, because that kid is a future. Russell Wilson's career's done. It is over after what happened on Sunday. It's done. It's as a starter. His career is over. After that Dart kid showed up, that was it. It was time to bury Russell Wilson's career right there. But to the Jersey Jets and the Cowboys. Look, Cowboys coming off an emotional game, scoring 40 points and really having nothing to show for it. It's a tie. I'm not really sure, man. Is it better to score that much and lose the game or just come up with a tie? Now, I get it record-wise, but I mean for yourself, it's like nobody really won, nobody really lost. It's kind of like being in a fight, watching a boxing match, and these two guys throw down. There's blood, there's guts, it's back and forth. I mean, these guys, leave it all on the line, and there's like a Rocky movie, and at the end, it's a draw. It's like, would you have rather take it? I don't know, man. It's just kind of, it's not satisfying. So I don't know where they stand at mentally. They should get this game. I'm definitely going to go with the Cowboys on this one. But I don't know, man. To me, somehow it takes a little bit more air out of the tires when it's just kind of like nobody won, nobody lost. It's just, I don't know. Something about that just kind of, just stabs the tires of a race car, man.
And for the Cowboys side, it's like, man, we probably played our best game of the year because, it was against the Packers. We probably played our best game of the year. And just for it to have no outcome at all, it could be a little bit deflating for the Cowboys. I could see that. You know what? I don't know what I see from the Jets. I don't think they're going to be good at all this season. After what the sample size that I have seen these past 4 weeks, they just had a lot of mistakes. I don't know if you watched Monday Night Football one of the two games. The Jets just were making so many mistakes against a Dolphin team. I don't know, man. Give me the Cowboys to have a 500 record after 5 games. I think they do a number on the Jets. I think they put up 30 plus points on them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, though the Jersey Jets, man. As cool as it sounds to say the Jersey Jets, and they got a cool name, the Jets, and their colors and everything is it's just yeah, it's just not a good time, man. Shout out to that what's his name? Fireman Jet or whatever his name. He's at all the Jets games, the firefighter guy.
I like their jerseys and uniforms too, though. But yeah, that's all they got going for themselves right now. Next, we have the Commanders versus the Chargers. Commanders 2-2 coming off a loss against Atlanta. Chargers are 3-1 coming off a loss against the Giants. Now, Jaden Daniels is looking at trying to play in this game, which is a huge thing for the Commanders. Okay. Then you have the Chargers, who just lost to a quarterback making his first career NFL start. How do you see both teams right now, for one?
Both of these teams are my dark horse teams. Now, it's strange to say that now. It's strange to say that now because the Chargers, how good they've been doing. It's like, oh, wait a second, how's that dark horse team? Yeah, but before the season started, nobody was looking at the Chargers like that. Okay.
This got weird.
And yeah, man. Yeah, it seems like I got to cheat on one of them, man. They're already both of them are already my mistress because they're my dark horse team.
Are you gonna pick for a tie to happen? I don't know. Are you that like?
Man, I mean, since we're just giving away ties now, maybe I should go that way. Look, I'm pretty high on the Chargers with the small sample size that we've had in the NFL season so far. We're past 4 games. To me, that's always the pinnacle right there. That lets me know this team is this, right? And I think the Chargers, I think, honestly, man, I think they're the best in the AFC West. When it comes to the Commanders, I think it's a little bit more chalky. It's a little bit more shaky right there. I still think they got a chance, not so much to win the division, but I think they do have. Although I wouldn't put it past them to win the division. But I don't favor them. But to make it into the playoffs, still got them there. Where's this game going to be at?
At SoFi.
It's going to be at SoFi, man. I'll say this about the Chargers. They are doing a lot of things right. You and I live here, Eric. The Charger fan base has grown. I don't want to say that, wow, there's Charger fans all over the place now. No. You're still going to have to name quite a few teams before you get down to the Chargers. But I think maybe they're in an area now where maybe they can compete with the Rams fan base. Because once it was pretty easy to pick the Rams over the Chargers base. However, saying that, let's not get carried away and say that the Rams had the number 1 fan base here either, because they didn't. You'll still have the teams. But I think the Chargers, man, they're really starting to gain traction. And I'm picking the Chargers on this one.
Oh, okay. As of right now, I think the Rams slightly have the bigger fan base.
Fair enough.
Just slightly, no, not by that much. Okay. As for this game, it all depends on whether or not Jaden Daniels plays, in my opinion. I don't know, man. Chargers kind of struggle. Well, they did struggle. Although I will say maybe the Giants are a little bit better than the record says now that they have Jackson Dart. I don't know, man. The whole energy, the whole vibe that they had on Sunday was just different.
Let me throw this in there. We don't know how good the Giants are with Jackson Dart right now. We only got 1 game. We're judging the Giants on the Russell Wilson Giants, but with this Jack Dart kid, man, I'm with you. That energy, it looked crazy. I was like, dude, this dude is tall. This kid is fired up. I think this is like a resurrection of the Giants, man.
Ooh, man, this one's a little tough, man. but I'm not in this weird situation that you're in for this game. Okay, let me go Commanders. For me, it's going to be hard to see the Chargers drop two in a row, but I don't see the Commanders going 2-3, man. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be a very close game, though. Either way.
You don't see them going 2-3 because you got that much faith in them? Because I don't really hear anybody talking about them that much.
Yeah, I got some faith in the Commanders. Now, again, yeah, they're probably not going to win the division, or they're not going to win a division, but they're definitely. I have faith that they're going to make the playoffs for sure.
Okay.
Unless they just deal with injuries the whole year, but yeah, I still got faith in Washington.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, gotcha.
This is actually the last game we got to cover this week because we got two teams on a bye week, but we have Thursday night football. And in my eyes, the whole life out of the hype of this game has been just completely crushed within the past week and a half or so. But we have the 49ers walking into SoFi Stadium to play the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams are 3-1 coming off a win against Indianapolis. 49ers 3-1 coming off a loss against Jacksonville. However, the Niners are very banged up right now. Brock Purdy is not going to start in this game. Yeah.
Why? Well, how come he's not going to start?
I don't know. He's dealing with some injury. I forgot exactly what it was, but so are a lot of Niners.
Okay. Did he play last week? Did he play in week 4?
Yeah. Okay. So he was injured before.
I'm trying to get through. So he played in week 4.
Yeah.
Which we were on here, and I said, just keep going. Don't change anything up because it's working. Only change it up until it stops working. They changed it up and they lost. I said I was here. I was here, man.
Okay,
I was here when I said it. I said, keep going until it doesn't work anymore. Now this whole thing is now it's off shifts. So now they're thinking like, oh, you know what, man, that total trucker dude on pick 6, maybe he was onto something. Maybe we'll just say, Brock Purdy, sit this one out. Wait till you're a little bit more healthy. But see, there, man,
that was the problem. That was the problem.
You got it off the rails. It's not, you can't do that anymore. You just gotta ride the train, man. Once you take it off the rails and then say like, okay, we're gonna put it back on track. There, the track is cold, man. The track is cold. It's not gonna work like that anymore. Look, to me, I don't see how the Rams lose this game. I don't see how the Rams lose this game, man. The Niners have been riding the wave of luck. If we're gonna be honest, man, look, they've been winning. They started the season what, 3-0?
Yeah,
they started the season 3-0, and it's like, hey, man, a lot of their major key players have been banged up, and I was saying, hey, just keep on going, just keep on riding it. They wanted to go ahead and implement them back in, and I get it, I understand, but I think that's it, man. I think the luck has ran out, and I think we're gonna start. I think the Niners are in for a bad few weeks here. Not just one game, but I think they're in for a couple of weeks. I'm not going to say they're not going to win any more games, but I think they're in for a bad future not the entire season, but maybe the next 2-3 weeks I think is going to be pretty rough for them.
Okay, about this whole Purdy situation, they didn't need him to start last week. Okay, if anything, you could have had him sit last week and have him play for this game because you needed him more for this game, a divisional matchup, than you did for last week, which was not even a conference matchup. So even if you lost against Jacksonville, which they did anyways, it wouldn't have hurt as much compared to if you lose to a division rival, right? So I don't know why they try to rush this whole thing with Brock Purdy. That just completely hurt him. Then I understand 0 chance in this game unless the defense could somehow hold off the Rams offense, but I don't see this competitive at all. And I think the Rams win by 2, maybe even 3 possessions. Yeah, this is going to be hopefully not, but it may be the start to some bad Thursday night football games like we were used to last season.
And you know what? Just to add to what you said, right? How you said, like, hey, you know what? They could have waited off another week to till they play the Rams, a divisional rival. And also, it's not like you had a losing record. You
No.
know, it's not like you were 0-3 going into week 4, where it's like, hey guys, you know what? We got to rush this, man, because we can end up losing the season in the beginning of the season, taking all these losses. You were undefeated, man. You had, I understand you want to win every game. It's a short season, right? Every game matters a lot. So, but you have a little bit of a cushion when you're thinking about down the road long term. It's not, if you were 0-3 and you knew you were going to have a division rival game week 5, but week 4 you're like, guys, we cannot be affording just to lose, man. We got to rush this. Then I would say, okay, got you. But you could afford at least one loss to have Brock Purdy and some of these guys get a little bit more healthy, man. Now you got a division rival game here, and now this one really is going to cost you.
Yeah, and another thing about the Niners, okay? They weren't wearing their home jerseys. They had 2 home games in a row, right? They didn't wear their home jerseys in either one of those games. From my understanding, to my understanding, it was because it was hot outside. Although on Sunday over there in Santa Clara it was 73 degrees. I just want to throw that out there. In my eyes, that is perfect weather over here in California. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was something to throw out there as well for some reason.
Here in SoCal, 73 degrees. Wow, man, that's that's a nice slice of heaven.
Oh yeah.
That's a
All right.
nice slice of heaven.
Last, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers on a Week 5 bye. They're 3-1 heading into this bye week, coming off a win against the Vikings in Ireland, which is why I'm wearing green. Okay, and which is also why I'm not wearing much Steeler gear because it's a bye week. How do you feel about your Pittsburgh Steelers in going into their bye?
First of all, when it comes to this game, I did not see this coming. Okay. Obviously, I'm rooting for my Steelers all the way through and through. That's not going to change. But being a realist, I was just kind of like, man, these Vikings are going to just play with them, man, just make them look really bad. That's not what we got. Man, that's not what we got. I liked it. But again, being a Steeler fan, you know not to get your hopes up too much and say like, wow, they got this, man, because it's, you know, 1 week they look great, 1 week they look terrible. They beat the great teams. They look great against the great teams, and then they look horrible against horrible teams and lose to the horrible teams. It's like, it's such a roller coaster ride blindfolded. You know, you never see what's coming, what turns, when's the drop, when you're going up. You never see when's the loop. You're riding a roller coaster completely blindfolded, being a Steeler fan. I think they got potential, man. I think they got potential, okay? But they got to play right. They got to play right. I like what I saw, some of the energy from some of these guys. Some of these guys made some really good plays. They definitely got potential, man. So I'm more optimistic now about the Steelers, but I don't want to say I'm on the train where it's like, man, we're going, man. They're solid. They're on the way. Like, no, I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't like a picture perfect win. Okay, and the only reason why I say that is because it was their inability of closing the show.
Yeah.
They let Minnesota get right back into the game, and Minnesota had a realistic chance to tie the game at the end, okay, if they were able to get into field goal range. That shouldn't have been that close. They played a really good 3-quarter zone. You just had to learn how to play 4. And that's something that's kind of somewhat been a problem for the Steelers. So hopefully they could fix that up, because if they can, and if they could play like they were those first 3 quarters of the game in Ireland, they should be a pretty solid football team, man. But again, that's an if.
Yeah, I look, if they should be, because the Vikings are no punks. Okay,
No.
The Vikings are a pretty damn good team. But see, this goes back in history with the Steelers, man. I mean, Eric, you've been around it long enough to see what the Steelers do when it comes to great teams. A lot of times the Steelers compete, sometimes even beat them. And it's like, wow,
Yeah.
man, they look like almost like an elite team. And then when it comes to a team, I mean, the Steelers have given winless teams their very first win, like in the middle of the season. It's like, what are you doing, man? How do you lose to the worst team in the league? But it's just it's an up and down roller coaster with the Steelers. But I'm with you, man. The Steelers, and we're calling the game. We're watching it live, and yeah, we were pretty disappointed on how the Steelers just allowed the Vikings to get back in it. It's not even that there's a difference between letting a team stick around. You kind of have like a little bit of a cushion, but you let them stick around, and then they come back and take it from you. And then there's a difference when you do have a good cushion, and then you just let them get back in the game. And I think that's actually worse. And that's what the Steelers did. The Steelers were winning by a good margin there.
Yeah.
And they just allowed them. It wasn't, oh, they're letting the Vikings stick around. No, they actually looked like they had them beat. And they let them just catch up to the point where the Vikings, the momentum seemed like they shifted. And it's like, I'm stepping myself in the forehead. Like, you got to be kidding me here. We had this
Yeah.
game won. What are you doing, man? So, yeah, definitely some things to clean up.
Yeah, they're gonna need to be consistent down the road. I mean, after the bye week, they play the Browns, so let's see how they perform there because the Browns they do have a good defense, but for the most part, it looks like they're still in a bit of a tank position. So yeah, man. I mean, consistency part, that's what the Steelers need. And if they're gonna struggle consistently, whether it be just in a game or just during the season, it might just be the same thing for the Steelers, man. But who knows? Maybe it's a different year. It's a different year. It's a new season. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, 31 days in the month of October, and the Steelers only have 3 games, 2 of them which are in the span of 4 days because they do have a Thursday nighter this month. So
Mm,
that's gonna be something. Oh yeah, they come back from the bye week, they have their game, and then they immediately go to their Thursday nighter. So it's almost like they
that's
have a
tough.
yeah, so it's almost like they have 2 bye weeks in the month of October to a certain degree. I know Thursday nighter isn't quite a bye week, but yeah, 31 days, man, a long month, and you only play 3 games in it. So it's gonna be a long season after that. So yeah,
Hmm.
hopefully they get their rest, whatever they need, and they work on everything they need to work on, cover up all those gaps.
And maybe it's actually a little bit beneficial because a few players did get injured and have been injured. So, I mean, maybe the bye week actually comes at a decent time. I'm not saying that I like the week 5 bye, but under the circumstances, you know?
Yeah, it can also, after a win like that, I would have loved them play again this week. After a win that they had, it would have been good to just try to keep that momentum going. But nonetheless, it is what it is, man, and we'll keep it going. So just to wrap it up here, who do you got and who do I got for the week?
Okay. So Raiders and Colts, I believe we both went Colts. Uh,
Yes.
then you got Cowboys and Jets. We both went with Cowboys.
Okay.
Commanders, Chargers. I went Commanders. You went Chargers. And then both of us got the Rams over the Niners tonight on Thursday Night Football.
Okay. So the only one that we have a difference on is my two mistress teams, the Chargers and the Washington Redskin Commanders.
You could still uh try for a time, man. That count as a win for you in this situation.
I'm sticking to it, man. All
Wow.
right. That is our picks for week 5, man. And we will see you guys for week 6. Go Steelers.
Well, Steelers.
That'll work too. Booyah,
I got
baby.
it right this time.